kanina. Pero now, we are on to our final matchup mga kaibigan. Ladies and gentlemen, mga minamahal kong kaayos buhay na nanonood. On to the upper left corner of Death Aura LE, we've got the Purple Terran Raigeki. And on to the bottom right corner of Death Aura LE, we've got the Red Zerg, MrLasti. So si MrLasti, isa siya sa mga young gun natin that joined the tournament. 17 years old and loves to play the RTS genre. And tignan natin, sa lahat ng Zerg na kinas natin, si MrLasti lang yung may tamang second hatchery timing. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. This is going to be an interesting matchup dito. So we'll see if magba-battle cruiser rush pa ulit si Raigeki, or maybe he has something installed pag Zerg yung kalaban niya. So once again, this is the final matchup, final grand finale of the bronze to silver division for the SCPH Novice Cup. Ang mananalo dito, magkakaroon ng free coaching sessions from the Rising Stars category ng mga players natin sa mga Diamond, and syempre sa mga ibang star players na rin katulad nila Alvin, nila Sinos. So we'll see about that. And yeah, standard opening coming here from the side of MrLasti. Oh, wait. Tama yung timings niya. So I think he polished the earlier stages of his game, ladies and gentlemen. Pero can he defend that very nasty battle cruiser rush?
Yeah, but a little bit surprising. Walang second eye. Ayun na pala.
Ayan na. Ayan na yung second
Nag-doubt
guess.
ako ng konti, pero dapat hindi ka nagda-doubt pagdating dito.
Oo.
Yung second gas lumalabas na. And yung factory, getting ready.
Pero tignan mo yung first overlord dito ni MrLasti will try and get a scout around on what is happening onto the main base of Raigeki. If he...
Yeah, and checking it right now. Will he see it?
Hindi siya naka-rally, hindi siya naka-shift right click. So I don't think he would spot that double gas happening anytime, mga kaibigan. Pero tatanungin natin syempre. Marami nagtatanong na ba't yung mga ibang player ang daming pinipindot pampataas ng APM, bla 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 bla. Ba't si Malupit 400 yung APM pero ito lang ginagawa. Pero anyway, sa mga nagtatanong, yung APM, parang lang rin yan eh. Hindi siya importante, 'di ba? Kumbaga, and while all this is happening, MrLasti would scout the double gas and will try to scout away. And makita niyo tong starport, but no tech lab, no whatsoever, no fusion core as of yet. Pero speaking of APM, kaya nagpapataas ng APM yung mga tao is you don't know when, di mo alam kailan bibilis yung kamay mo, so you want your hands to be warmed up all the time. So that's why a lot of people maintain the high APM, kung pindot-pindot lang sila. Pero there is also this thing called the EPM, the efficiency per minute. Tama ba? Oo, yeah. So ayun yung mas importanteng tinitignan. APM is just a number. EPM wins games. So we'll see about that. Nakita ni MrLasti yung starport pero hindi niya nakita yung fusion core ni Raigeki. So we'll see on how he would be able to adapt to this. Already spore crawlers already available onto the side of MrLasti.
Yeah, and something I think we should note is walang Reaper na lumabas para mag-scout kay Raigeki. So I think he's
Alam mo bakit?
down.
Alam mo bakit?
Bakit?
Alright, one of the common openers that is seen by that is utilized by the Terran European Terrans, sila Euthermal, sila Hero Marine, is hindi sila nag-opt to go for the first Reaper. Nagre-reactor sila. So wala silang pake sa scouting early game. They just pump out a lot of Marines para kahit anong klaseng all-in attack, may Marines ka pang defend kahit hindi mo na sila ma-scout.
So isa tong would you say this is a good adjustment from what he was doing earlier?
Well, yeah, it is an opening that you use for Zerg. Kaya it is good that Raigeki knows what he is doing or what his ano yung build dapat na naaayon para sa kanyang opponent. So shoutouts kay Geohen, kay Mr. Azin. Shoutouts to you, one of the top Zergs here in the Philippines. So 3 base, let's see what is the follow-up onto the side of MrLasti. Melee attack already being researched. And the lair is late. Late yung lair dito, and while all of this is happening, the signature battle cruiser from the side of Raigeki dito.
And currently, I think wala pang tech building na ginagawa si MrLasti.
Yeah, wala pa siyang, hindi pa available yung lair niya. Not enough of queens to defend this. Not enough queens to defend. Kasi ideally you want around 5-6 defending or creep spreading and one per hatchery. So at this point of the game, kung manonood ka man, MrLasti, take this into account. And as the overseer would immediately spot the fusion core dito, and makita niya pa ata yung battle cruiser. And yes, indeed, nakita niya mga kaibigan. So I don't know what would be the follow-up onto the side of MrLasti. Sorry, may tumawag.
And yeah, something na na-note natin kanina sa mga TVZ matchup ni Raigeki, yung Baneling Nest.
Yeah.
Something na tagpo lang para sa mga ibang guard na nakalaban niya. Although, that's more for siege na dun sa base ni Raigeki. So right now, I think kailangan niya ng something to deal with yung mga battle cruiser na to.
Oh, wait
And
lang.
do you think these 4 crawlers are enough?
Wait lang. May delivering dumating. Cellphone ko. So, Mr. Riyeou, take over first. I'm really sorry. Dumating yung cellphone ko sa labas.
Okay, so while Mr. Malupit is gone, tignan natin ngayon yung battle cruiser ni Raigeki na sa gilid lang.
Sige.
And kaya looking to pick off, pero may mga queens dito na nakaantay lang, and yeah, I don't think the battle cruiser being just one is enough to siege this. So Raigeki would need time, but
Riyeou, can I say something, Riyeou?
Yeah, sure, go.
Sa tingin ko, alam na ni MrLasti na Raigeki is going for the battle cruiser.
Yeah, so I think right now, ito na nga yung mga banelings niya going for that push into the base.
Oh.
And yeah, it was enough to get one of those bunkers, pero yung dalawang supply dito almost nabuhay.
So I'm
But ready na yung next push. Yeah, so
ay.
puro mga battle cruiser pa nang binibuild ni Raigeki. But as was noted earlier, alam na ni MrLasti kung anong gusto niyang gawin. And let's see if handa siya sa response niya. But nag-Mutalisk siya, which Malupit noted earlier na hindi niya masyado gusto ang Mutalisk versus
mas effective ang Corruptors. Pero in some way kasi you can win with the Mutalisk. Especially if wala siyang masyadong anti-air. With battle cruisers lang, you can kite them easily. And while all of this is happening, a huge Lingbane Concave is preparing to attack this, mga kaibigan. Pero bumara yung mga Banelings, pero would get the connection once again, and a little bit of Miss Micro onto the side of MrLasti. And while all of this is happening, the battle cruisers has yun nga yung sabi ko.
Kaya yung mga battle cruiser, battle with the queen, right now, pero yung mga queen, napaka-low. One of them goes down, and the Mutalisk is being brought to respond. So like, these battle cruisers are a bit too much for MrLasti, as 2 queens going down right now, and yung mga Zergling forces niya sa base ni Raigeki kanina nag-down na. And the drones are being pulled out and moved away since nag-down na yung Hastery and these 3 battle cruisers. Let's see if it's enough to bring down MrLasti as he currently has some corruptors ready, but there's only 4 right now. Tignan natin kung kaya nilang ma-bring down tong mga battle cruiser na to as they are looking to push into the natural.
And these corruptors will try and take
And
away.
great focus from those corruptors, bringing down one of the battle cruisers and more coming on their way to deny this push from Raigeki. And while that's happening, there's already this force of Zerglings in the middle of the map ready to push.
Alright.
I think
And
one
yeah.
thing that Raigeki is missing is the third command center. He's almost out of minerals, especially in the main base. So
Yeah.
he should be doing the third PC now as early as now.
Yeah, and this was a point that was also brought in his matchup from before with Jolly Burger, where he seems to like and is comfortable with having only those 2 bases and then letting the battle cruisers do the work of finishing the game. But at this point, like you said, he should look to expand since naubusan na siya ng mineral lines dito.
Alright, so I'm back mga kaibigan. I'm sorry for that.
Correct.
What's up, Globe?
Since
Baka
nakita
naman.
na rin niya yung mga corruptors, no, I think it's also best to put turrets
Yeah.
beside the command centers. Kasi once na nakalapit yung corruptors dyan, GG siya.
Pwede, alam naman natin yung mga corruptors.
And ito na nga, yung mga Zerglings pa lang, positioning to the side, baka mag-Ling Bane rush na naman siya to
bust
get this wall
bust out this wall once
na-repair
again.
na ni Raigeki with some bunkers and supply depots.
So a lot of
Tingnan natin
minerals
kung
here
ready siya para dito.
onto the side of MrLasti, and tama si Mizel na kailangan niya magtayo ng mga missile
So
turrets.
pretty late na yung Terra natin. So once na matake si Zerg, I think GG na to. Unless, yun ya, here we go. Battle cruisers.
Yeah, and the battle cruisers dealing with those corruptors. Pero ngayon si MrLasti still pushing onto that base. Tignan natin kung maka-push in siya gamit ng mga Baneling. And yes, he goes on to the SCG.
I'm back.
And Mr. Malupit is back.
Alright, we are back once again as MrLasti will try and do a Baneling bust once again, destroying all the bunkers, pero still the supply depots still stuck at this point of the game. Pero ang sabi nga ni Mizel, he needs to add more missile turrets kasi alam naman natin yung corruptor nang hihigop ng lakas. Naghigop ng lakas ng mga building dito. Pero more corruptors being followed up, and si Raigeki tumalo na naman onto the main base of MrLasti. I think he could be overwhelmed at this point of the game. GG has been called. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
What?
What was that?
Wow.
What?